Good evening, Entropians. Julian McBain here, and we are back at Fort Sisyphus and getting the upgrade to Bukin's spare rifle. So last time we started off, we got the first of, I think it's 4 missions done. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that, guys. So let's get right into it. Holding Fort Sisyphus 2, Kenichi. There are still more robot units that roam close to this fortification. Scrap some of them to show them they made the mistake coming here. You will be rewarded for this task, of course. Keep in mind you need to do most of the damage to an enemy to count as your kill. Yes, we know that. I will show them that they miscalculated. Now I've got to kill the prototype drones Gen 6. Okay, let's kind of zoom in here, this way. Oh, remember how I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't let me complete the mission getting here? As soon as I teleported back here, it let me do it no problem. So, if you have that issue, just log out and log back in. Or just make sure you visit here the next time you log in. It should auto-complete once you teleport here. So we have to kill 40 drones. And we have plenty of ammo on us, so I'm not really worried about that. I mean, obviously, if you're doing this when you first start, it's doubtful you'll have 400 ped worth of ammo, but that's fine because you shouldn't need 400 ped worth of ammo. I should probably wear the right armor for this too. Come on. I know I did it on purpose, but thank you. Words of the wise, do not try switching guns or armors in the middle of a battle. There we go. 19 pecks, that's actually not bad loot at this level. So with these guys, I'm going to try a strategy here. Now that he can shoot. Because they're terrible with their melee attacks. My recommendation would be draw them back until they can start shooting and then charge them. Because their melee attacks, as you can see, are super weak, especially when compared to their guns. Like even the Turelian armor has deflected at least one of those shots. And of course my evade's a lot higher than yours might be, but don't worry too much about that. The evade will come, and the more attacks they do to you, this is why you want to charge them. If you charge them, they can do more attacks without doing damage to you or doing less damage to you, which means you can take more attacks. And you build evade by being attacked, not by how much damage you take. So you get up close and personal, and you continue to shoot them, but you let them do that really weak melee attack to you, and you're going to gain those evade points, taking a lot less damage. I do recommend that you carry around either a FAP, which is one of these, or a restorative Mind Force chip. I don't necessarily recommend starting out with Mind Force. The FAP is a bit more eco, especially to start with. Especially since there is a FAP, so that's a first aid. I don't remember what the P stands for. But it's a first aid device. And so, you know what? I bet this tells us. Oh, no, it's just a basic item. Damn it. That's fine. But basically it's a healing device. So if you Because FAP stands for First Aid Something. And wouldn't you know, I can't for the life of me remember what. But if you do Gauntlet, which I strongly recommend, if you beat Part 1, you get a much better FAP than the one that's in the trade terminal, and it's repairable. So, take the time to do Gauntlet. I never did it. I really wish I had. I tend to be a bit of a solo player. So that's on me. But I strongly recommend you give it a shot. It's going to be tough. I'm not saying it's easy. It's going to be challenging. In fact, Serial Overdrive recently did a playthrough of both parts of Gauntlet. It would be worth watching so you know exactly what to expect. That's probably something I'm going to have to deal with here in the near future. Even though my healing's all done in Mind Force. I'm up to a Regeneration Chip 5. Which took quite a bit of time. Oh, nice crit. I better pull back. Yep, come on, follow me. Make him follow. Him. Make it follow. Well, I guess it might be a him, might also be a her. If, you know, drone, well, it's a drone, so my assumption would be it's a him, because in the insect world, the only males are drones. And kind of like these guys, they're really quite useless other than for breeding. Not that these... You know what, I'm gonna shut up now before I manage to put my foot in my mouth. I do it a little too often as it is. So I'm willing to bet that the 4 steps you just have to kill these prototype drones, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Because the skills you're going to gain doing this are well worth it. And it gives you this robot looter skill, or I should say profession, the reclaiming skill is associated with it. And what that does is, you'll notice that I'm not getting as good a loot from these robots than I would from similarly leveled mobs that are animals. And the reason is because I have not skilled this looter profession, which of course goes along with this reclaiming skill set. And I think it was when Loot 2.0 came out that really started becoming important from Mind Arc. Because you've got the looter professions, which I think are in miscellaneous. Investigator, Tamer. Maybe it's in combat. Where the hell did they put them? No, it wouldn't be in... Okay. Well, I'm confused. Oh, here it is. It's apparently a gathering profession, which I guess makes it a form of sense that resource gathering is it's a form of resource gathering. So you'll notice my animal looter's level 11. My mutant's level 7, which I'm going to be hunting Pheefoids after all the events are over. I've never been able to hunt Pheefoids before. I really want to give it a shot, but I need to finish the other stuff I've been working on first. But my robot looter, I'm not even sure it's on here. Here it is, robot looter 2. So I'm getting just crap for loot, which is fine, because it just means I need to grind the skill out, right? But it does mean that my chances of globaling on these guys are probably pretty close to nil. Not that it matters at this point. So notice, as soon as I'm close enough, I can pull him back toward me and out of the group without having to worry about him going back to range and shooting at me again. So I'm getting the benefit of his decreased ability to hurt me, but I'm still able to isolate him from the group. You know what? Let's try this without armor. I'm gonna. Let's get into our standard outfit here. Come on. Okay. So my mask is on. I'm taking more damage. Is it just not rendering? Wait a second. You can wear the clothes under the armor. Oh my god. Okay. Oh shit. I thought it would remove the armor when I put the clothes on. So we'll do this. Equip. Yes, that's fine. There we go. You can see I got the Arcadian pants and the boots for my trip to Arcadia, and the 15th anniversary shirt here. So I can finally wear something other than that bleeding jumpsuit. I mean, I don't mind it per se. I just, it's. I've been wearing it for a year. It was time for a change. Not that I'm big on muscle tees, but I guess, yeah, it definitely is a cutoff shirt. Feeling kind of redneck here, but we'll deal. Yeah, and I got another one, and I don't know if I want to sell it. The markup's not terrible on it. Maybe. Maybe I'll give it to Snack Eater. Of course, I'd have to find him some pants. Maybe I can bring him to Arcadia. Come on back. I mean, I'm taking some damage from him. That's not ridiculous. So what you'd want to do is, you know, kill one, and either it's less eco if you heal, but you'll move a lot faster. So, you know, kill one. And then let yourself either heal naturally or use the FAP, kill another, rinse and repeat. When I was really new and I was out hunting in this area here, which is where I actually really like hunting Berrycled here. I just haven't been able to do it in a while. I still have to finish that iron mission too, but I've been working on curves. Then what I would do is I would attack one or two, fall back, wait to heal up. You know, have something going in the background like Netflix or something like that, so that in between mobs you have something to do, because there are some grindier parts to this game that you're just going to have to deal with. It's just the fact of life, and I'm sorry that it's like that. I'm not the one who designed it. The uptime, or the downtime I should say, is sometimes a pain in the ass, but realistically, it's worth it. It really is. Taking that time, it's worth the wait. So I strongly encourage you to take the time, do the grind, embrace the grind, and you know what? The more you do it, the less in-between time you're going to have over time, right? Because you're going to get those skills. You know, you're going to go from the 88 HP to, I'm currently at 117. I wear a ring, so that helps. So currently my effective health is 129, but that doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You'll gain the hit points, especially if you, when you first start playing. And I've heard this advice come from, I think it was Lore Spade. Max out your skills in all of the weapons in the TT. Seriously, max out your skills in all the TT weapons. Because you're going to gain some hit points, you're going to gain some strength, you're going to gain those long range skills. Boy, this guy's really starting to hurt. You know, these are all important things to, and if you're using like the FAP, you're gaining those first aid skills as well. Is it super eco? No, not really. But here's the thing. Especially if you're doing it in combat, any money you use in combat is added to the loot pool. Now, I'm not talking 100% because your skills cost money too, but you'll probably get back on average 98%, 97 to 98% of what you put into a mob, as long as you're hunting at your level, or more accurately at the level of your looter profession is probably closer to the truth. But if you're hunting at your level, so like if you're brand spanking new to the game, you know, you can go up to here and hunt the Sabakuma hatchlings, or honestly, I think the smarter thing to do is to stay down here at Icarus. I do the missions up at Half Moon, especially if Icarus is super crowded. But doing the mission, the puny quest down here at Icarus, you'll kill 16,600 of the little bastards before you're done. I think it took me 2 months. But the skills you'll gain out of it, you can't trade that for anything. By the time I was done gathering those skills from that puny quest, or the puny mission, because I vacillated back and forth. Like, I didn't focus on punies. I hunted berry clay when I was way under level for them, so it was super slow. But if you muckle down and you do the chain, honestly, it'll go a lot faster for you. And then the next one from there, that's kind of harder to determine. Like, you could do curbs over at Boreas, where I've been hunting them. You could do Daikaba up by Twin Peaks, which is this it? No, that's Hell. Pretty sure that's Hell. Yep, that's Zykion City. And if you saw my video on Zykion City, you'll know that's Hell. Alice Haven, no. Alice Haven's a great place to start mining, but don't start hunting there. Aatrox, eat your face off. So, oh, I think this is it. There it is, Twin Peaks. You get some level 2 and 3, and I think even 4 Daikaba, just outside of Twin Peaks. So they're good to hunt. You can hunt the Berry Cled up, where I was pointing out before, up here. They're good to hunt. But pick one and just focus. Like, you don't have to necessarily like drill down focus on them after that. But if you do, think of it this way: if you focus on one, you get it all done. Yeah, you're probably in the area 3 times longer than you actually want to be, but you get to understand the mob better. And that way, when you go to hunt the higher level ones, because I've noticed I hunt various maturities of different mobs, right? And I've noticed that it doesn't matter what their maturity is, their patterns are often the same. What I mean by that is, I've noticed that the majority of mobs in this game have fairly unique behaviors, at least by, I think, classification. So mobs that are more herd mentality, like Codaturgus, Berrycled, Curbs, they will try to move toward other mobs of the same ilk. Drones, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Drones also tend to have much more erratic movement patterns, especially on Cyrene. Actually, all mobs on Cyrene have, not necessarily erratic, they have much broader areas with which to roam. And don't think I'm bitching about Cyrene, I love Cyrene. Hoping to get back there at some point. So if you're... Lost my train of thought there. It's been happening a lot lately. It's probably the holidays. So yeah, please don't judge me. But I mean, all in all, this is a pretty straightforward kill quest. As you can see, we're about halfway through. See, how long have we been doing this at this point? We're 20 minutes in. I check my timer. I should like just set a timer on my phone or something. But each of these missions appears to only take about 30 minutes. And that was really stupid of me, because now I'm going to pull a whole bunch of these bastards. Come on. Don't do what I just did. It's really, really dumb. Because now I've got at least 3, more likely 4. Well, no, that one's not attacking yet. And of course, the one in the back is the one that's got me. So let's kind of stand here. Murder this guy. Look at the wires and the I'm going to use the term monomer because that's what the term they used for robot muscles in BattleTech. But the amount of detail they put into this mob is actually quite well done. Of course you're going to make me aggro a whole bunch more, you bastard. Come on. Follow me, you robotic bastard. Hey, I didn't say you could stop. Sorry, guys. Whoa, I am almost dead. Let's not die in the middle of this. How best to embarrass yourself? Get yourself killed by a level 3 drone that you could have easily been wearing armor for that couldn't be penetrated. Okay. 25. Oh, they're not chasing me. Oh, this person's gonna die. You can't evade. Stop moving. Oh, well, I tried. That's the one thing about this game. You can't dodge mechanically. It's an MMO, it's not frickin' Doom. Weaving doesn't do anything. Stand there and take your medicine and do your best to kill it before it kills you. And you know what? Sometimes you're not going to be able to, and it's gonna happen. It's happened to me. It's happened to me fighting things that should never have been able to kill me. But yeah, no, I was amazed at how well done these robots are, and I'm probably squirreling now. How many of these bastards are actually on me right now? 2. Jeez, I'm crow. No, don't back up. Don't back up. Okay, so he's still on me. Let's not get that close. Shoot him in the head! Like Face McShooty from Borderlands. Heal up. My healing is getting better. I'm at 67% for my regen chip. Not gonna complain about that. Okay. 11 more. 11 more. This is where it gets grindy, right? That's okay, that's what we're here for. You know, I've kind of been thinking about things after the first year I've been playing and kind of looking back and where I was when I started and the things I've learned in this first year. And you learn a lot about how to play the game. And like, for instance, I know for a fact that doing what I'm doing now is really not an overly smart idea. And the only reason I'm letting it happen is because, one, I know I'm way over level for these guys. Realistically, letting two guys shoot at you, especially when you're not in armor, is a dumb frickin' idea. Oh, and there's one behind me too. That's cute. But you start to learn, you know, how not to get yourself too deep in, and you learn what the consequence of that is, and you learn how to manage your ped well. You know, my first 2 or 3 months, I did not know how to manage my ped well, and it's not just a matter of, you know, learning when not to spend your money. It's more a matter of what to spend your money on, how to spend your money, how to deposit more efficiently, right? Because, you know, you get into the game and you want the challenge, and so you go after the challenging things. But part of the challenge, especially if you're wanting to be eco, is finding where you're at facing the mobs for your specific level. And it's not always intuitive, because there's more to it than just straight level 3 versus level 3. Because it's not just your weapon level that really matters. I mean, that's what matters for actually killing the mob, but for instance, you want your looter professions up too. And so if you don't have the looter professions, something like if I wanted to hunt drones, I'm going to hunt these guys for a while to get my looter professions up. With a, you know, an eco gun like Bukin spare rifle, or like the TT rifle, the Solomata Nixo, because I'll go through a lot less ammo, and because like with these guys at my level, I can expect my evade skills to deal with the majority of the damage I would otherwise take. And I'm wearing the regen ring, which helps. And these are the things that I spent my ped on, is like the ring. I think that cost me 25 ped, so think about $2.50. I do have the regen chips, which I don't remember what they cost me, whatever their markup was. What's the markup on this? And you know, you can sell the old ones. I haven't yet because I'm kind of a hoarder, so plus 40. So this one in particular is going to cost you a bit, but if you're doing a level 1 or 2, it's not going to cost you all that much. They're limited, so they're cheaper. You really don't get into unlimited chips till you hit level 4. But you know, you go back and you grind out the looter skills, and that's how you remain eco in this environment. You can do more eco things, like me wearing no armor facing these guys and relying on evade skills. So my recommendation, I guess, would be, if you're new, pick a couple of certain specific things. And there is a certain wisdom to doing it over a broad range, but hear me out for a minute. So the choices I made, especially to start, were probably some of the least efficient. And that's not what you want to hear from, you know, a YouTuber, but, you know, I'm going to put it out there. I was probably not very efficient doing it. I only used a rifle until I got to about level 4 or 5. And then I switched, no, it was level 3. And then I switched to melee. and I just stuck with melee. And I've stuck with melee almost to the exclusion of rifles, except maybe to pull like a berryclad out of the pack. I'd use the rifle to pull the berryclad toward me, and then I'd start hitting with the sword. Until I was well into the 20th. No, what level am I now? Because I've only gained 1 or 2 levels. Oh, huh. Okay, I haven't used it at all today. Here it is, level 26. So I was level 24, call it. 23, 24. Because I think I've gained 2... I was almost level 25, and now I'm over level 26. Since, well, honestly, since Halloween Mayhem, because I had started rebuilding those rifle skills before then. But... So here's the advantage to what I did, right? To starting with melee, to the exclusion of all else. The advantage is I have higher hit points than a rifleman of my level. And I've been through this before, but I'm just going to kind of break it down real quick. I have the higher strength, and I'm pretty sure I have a somewhat higher evade. I focused almost entirely on animals. So I've got a level 10 or 11 animal looter profession, which means I'm getting good loot off the animal hunts I do. So like curbs, berryclad, Caudatrius, Noosels on Arcadia, those, well, whatever the hell they were on Cyrene, that I just, you know, that were on that little island that I like to hunt. But because I didn't spend any time hunting drones, one, I don't have any armor for hunting drones, not good armor for hunting drones, and my looter profession for drones sucks. You know, I'm not going to pull any punches here. My looter professions for drones sucks. And of course, because I used all melee, my rifle skills all sucked. Now, over the course of the last couple of weeks, I've been grinding it hard. You know, hunting curbs and wearing ghost armor, which, you know, is over-armored for curbs, but whatever. They're a little high for me to be reliant straight on my evade skills for. I could do the Turellian armor, but in this case I'm less interested in eco play and more interested in efficient time. I'm trying to grind my rifle skills up to be close to my melee skills, and I think I'm going to start evenly leveling them in the future. I just think that's a wiser course of action. Because, you know, what happens if the weapon that you normally use, like, right now, an LB-15 is impossible to find. I've had to go back to LB-10s. Oh, but there was the one LB-15 I found that was for 248% markup. I'm not paying 248% markup. I don't know who that craftsperson thinks they are, or that trader thinks they are, but they're out of their minds. Markup for an R-Matrix sword is a, whoa, shit. It's 117% max. Whoa, no. Okay, that's not quite what I meant to do. That was a lot of ammo. That's fine. Let's get out of here. Which way is Fort Sisyphus? There we go. Can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. Or the hoverpod man. Or the guy in the dorky skull mask. Okay. Now, it kind of disappoints me that this thing can't... Come on. Oh, it's an anti-vehicle zone. Damn it. It disappoints me that the hoverpod can't strafe. It really should be able to. Okay. So that is part 2. I hope I didn't bore you too badly. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Okay. Hello, Kenichi Kamadaki. What is your report? The task is completed, Captain Atreda. Well done. Have some universal ammo and a piece of CDF scout armor. You have deserved it. Thank you. Okay, so I took the face guard. I'm going to take the arm guards next. Oh, and 56 peck worth of universal ammo. Okay, so I will come back and do this later. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. Please don't forget to hit the bell so you know when I'm putting content up. I do post content every day, so if you don't want to hit the bell, just check back my channel every day. It doesn't matter to me. Guys, I really appreciate it. You all have a wonderful, wonderful night.